seats, get comfortable, we'll go in about 2 minutes. So that's where you're going in 2 minutes. Everyone at the back, if you want to come forward, can you hear me? If you want to come forward, you need to be louder. Louder. How's that, Jasmine? That better? That good? Cool. Okay guys, hello and welcome to BEDSSU's election results night 2019. Can I get a cheer for that please? It's nice to be here, nice to have you all. I'm Kieran Nixon, your BEDSSU president. This is Jamie Nelson, your vice president of quality. Tonight is live on Facebook. Can we get an ooh? And we're also live on Facebook, on Radio Lab at the back. Let's get a woo for Radio Lab. Okay, Luke, calm down. Okay, what a fantastic year it's been for BEDSSU. Jamie with his gender-neutral toilets, Justin with getting the university to pay for academic rep hoodies, Liam for lobbying the university for keeping Wednesday afternoons completely free of academic commitments, and Michael's excellent work on helping develop the new student portal. We did all of this from working as a team, and I'm happy to say that I've had a great year working with these guys, and I would like to invite them all up to stage now just to get a quick photo before we kick off the rest of the evening. So let's get it up for your BEDSSU 2018. Let's hear it for the Executive Officer Team 2018-2019. Okay, on a more personal note, this is the start of the end of my term in president. I know. It's very emotional. And 4 of you will come up here and take my place. I've loved every second of studying and working here. I've made so many great friends, made some good memories, got on so many drunken nights. So I guess I just want to thank you all for sharing that experience with me, and yeah, it will live with me for the rest of my life, so thank you. Okay, now on to some stats and figures. So all you candidates nervously waiting, I've been in your position, Jamie's been there as well. Yeah, we've put together you've done really well this election, so we've had over 1,500 votes. Can we get a cheer for that? We have had 24 candidates over 4 full-time positions, including 1 full-time candidate from one of our study centres. But I guess the biggest thing of all, especially after what happened last year, is this year we have had 0 complaints made about our BEDSSU elections. So congratulations to you all, that's all from all your hard work, so well done. One last thing before we get on to the results and everything. Whatever the result tonight, make sure that you take away everything that you've gained from this week, because it is really, it builds you as a person. And yeah, just make sure that you take it on to every success that you have in the future, win, lose, whatever. You know, you've all done well, so thank you very much.
Right then, hello. So, on to some meaty stuff. What we're going to do is give you a little bit about how the vote works. This is how the results work. we put into our system the past 4 Beds Issue presidents to see who the overall winner would have been. There are 5 candidates for these results. They are Kieran Nixon, Joseph Daniels, Tara Alade, Charlie Hughes, and reopen nominations. There is 1 position available, and a total of 2,500 ballots were cast, of which 2,436 were valid. The successful candidate needed to pass the threshold of 1,280 votes to be duly elected. So, here you've got the line here, which is our quota line. So, if a candidate passes this line, that's when we'll know that they've been elected. Okay? Okay.
So, in the first round, each candidate received the following first preference votes. Kieran Nixon, 709. Joseph Daniels, 237. Tara Alade, 700. Charlie Hughes, 727. And reopen nominations, 63. As no candidate reached the threshold of 1,218, reopen nominations was excluded from the election at this stage. Their second preference votes were redistributed to remaining candidates. After redistribution, 73 votes could not be redistributed. Therefore, the threshold lowered to 1,182.
So, you should have seen the line jump a little bit down. So, next round. Where we go? There we go. Next round, we've got Kieran Nixon with 709. Joseph Daniels with 287. Tara Alade with 730. And Charlie Hughes with 730. As no candidate reached the threshold of 1,183, Joseph Daniels was excluded from the elections at this stage, and their second preference votes were redistributed for the remaining candidates. After redistribution, 387 votes could not be redistributed, and therefore the threshold was lowered to 988.
Now it gets interesting. In the third round, each candidate received the following first preference votes. Kieran Nixon, 769. Come on, where's my support? Come on! Tara Alade, 770. And Charlie Hughes, 737. As no candidate reached the threshold of 988, Charlie Hughes was excluded from the election at this stage, and the second preference votes were redistributed to the remaining candidates. After redistribution, 337 votes could not be redistributed. Therefore, the threshold lowered to 820.
In the fourth round, each candidate received the following first preference votes. Kieran Nixon, 869. Tara Alade, 807. Therefore, as Kieran Nixon passed the threshold of 820 votes, they are Beds Issue Best President.
Subjective!
Okay, so what we're going to do, before each of these, we're going to play a video. Okay, so before we get started with this, we're going to announce the part-time officer positions, and they are as follows. For Bedford Campus Liaison Officer, Zainab Boer. I'm going to need a click because remember we don't have anything. There we go. LSC Birmingham Campus Liaison Officer, Kathleen Duchescu. And Luton Campus Liaison Officer, Patience Miller. Also, Sports and Societies elections will be done next Monday, so they'll be announced next Monday. Okay? Right.
Okay, now it gets serious. Full-time officer positions. And up first is Vice President Education.
Full-time students, part-time students, short students, and postgrad students. All the resources available for them to use, everyone to be able to use them as long as they can to get the most out of their education. So all came here to achieve the best grades we can, and then to
I think that you should vote for me because not only am I looking out for your educational welfare, I'm also making sure that we are striving for teaching excellence this year. And I feel like I will bring some controversial yet much needed topics to the table when it comes to the board meetings and speaking to faculty.
So, if I am to be elected, what I'd like to do is gather information from you guys on what you want for education, rather than me just doing what you can do what I believe would be better for my parents. So, the idea in my campaign would be to go around and ask you guys, or you guys can come to me and ask me what you want from the university, what you want from the university education. So that's what I'm all about. Thanks for listening. Okay, from everyone.
Our education, it is valuable to us. We do care. We spend so much money on education. We should get the right feedback from our first and the tutors, from our lecturers, from our family, from everyone. I think education is how we strive and try our best together. I feel that this university needs to support us, and we need to do that. We should always support you. What we need is a need to support the future of the best of our education.
Okay, hello, is that good? On behalf of the returning officer, I shall now declare the results for the election of Vice President Education of BEDSSU for the academic year 2019-2020. In this election, there were 5 candidates: Jay Emerson, Daisy Johnson, Carl Morris Dowse, Jean-Pierre Nouet-Gore, Jada Thomas. Reopen nominations.
We didn't want to know anyway. There we go.
I don't know whether to carry on or not. Well, okay. And reopen nomination. Oh. There is one position available. A total of 904 ballots were cast, of which 903 were valid. The successful candidate needed to pass the threshold of 451.5 votes to be duly elected. In the first round, each candidate received the following first preference votes: Jay Emerson, 163. Daisy Johnson, 326. Carl Morris Dowse, 144. Jean-Pierre Nouet-Gore, 96. Jada Thomas, 138. Reopen nominations, 36. As no candidate reached the threshold of 451.5, reopen nomination and Jean-Pierre Nouet-Gore were excluded from the election at this stage. Their second preference votes were then redistributed to the remaining candidates. After the redistribution, 60 votes could not be redistributed, and therefore the threshold lowered to 421.5. In the second round, each candidate received the following first preference votes: Jay Emerson, 179. Daisy Johnson, 347. Carl Morris House, 159. Jada Thomas, 158. As no candidate reached the threshold of 421.5, Jada Thomas was excluded from the election at this stage. Their second preference votes were redistributed to the remaining candidates. After the redistribution, 45 votes could not be redistributed, and therefore the threshold was lowered to 399. In the third round, each candidate received the following first preference votes. Jay Emerson, 209. Daisy Johnson, 397. Carl Morris Dowse, 192. As no candidate reached the threshold of 399, Carl Morris Dowse was excluded from the election at this stage. And their second preference votes were redistributed to the remaining candidates. After redistribution, 67 votes could not be redistributed, and therefore the threshold lowered to 365.5. Jay Emerson, 261. Daisy Johnson, 470. Therefore, duly elected to serve as Vice President of Education and Business Youth for the academic year 1920-2020.
Group was so friendly, we were so nice to each other, and I'm really glad that I was with you guys. Thank you to my campaign team, I'm so sweaty. Thank you to my campaign team, you were all amazing. Heidi, she made all my t-shirts for me. Phoebe made all the cakes that I gave out. Sam and Elliot, they were always there. Charlotte came and she wasn't doing everything else that she does. So thank you everyone, I'm really happy and I'm really excited to work on the stuff that I've said I'm going to do. Well done, Daisy! I'm back now.
Congratulations. Right, moving on. We're now going to play a video for the Vice President Equality category.
My name is Tom. I'm running for your next speaking contest. Throughout my time at university, I've seen so many positive changes in how equality has been handled. Throughout my time as your Vice President, I've loved to create events that promote inclusivity and diversity for every group of students from every campus. So remember, vote me and celebrate equality together. Hello everyone, my name is Stanley Blair. I'm a student from London. I'm a studying for STEM. I work with a lot of people and I'm strong believe that everyone is what I get in life, is what I do for life, and the same time, anything I'm doing will help me to this stuff because that's the most important thing about the life because they know how to use the life as well. Hi everyone, I'm Nick Joshua and I work with equality. You see, equality is all about treating more fairly, while they want to bring equality and everything else together, which is as well a key factor for equality. You should vote for me because I'm passionate about equality. I know what it means to experience equality. You should vote for me because I'm committed to watching you and the big ideas and the different countries in my environment. You should vote for me because I have a deep understanding of what equality entails. Don't forget to vote for me to make a journal for PP equality so we can work together and teach the world how we did it. It's to show that in students the University of Bedfordshire is all about equality and diversity. With this being one of the best universities in this country, with both of them top-end, I want to drive this university even further by getting in partnership and helping the students from every background that financially struggle, but also struggle mentally. There is the support here for every single people, and that's what I want to do.
Hi guys, my name is Sean Stafford. If you would like to move for the role of Vice President, I would like to do it because I love to cater to the people, I love to serve the community of the university, and I believe all of our students have a voice, and if we're able to project our voice out, we can get people to hear us. So I'd like to be Vice President.
Okay. So, on behalf of the returning officer, I shall now declare the results of the election of Vice President Equality of BEDSSU for the academic year 2019-2020. In this election, there were 8 candidates. Petros Kaladin, Reese Hawkins, Callum Holden, Nixon Obiajwa, Ikechua Ofuma, Chiwetalu Atuba, Nikolai Skitaru, Sean Stafford, and reopen nominations. There is 1 position available and a total of 929 ballots were cast, of which 924 were valid. The successful candidate needed to pass the threshold of 462 votes to be duly elected. In the first round, each candidate received the following first preference votes. Petros Kaladin, 34. Reese Hawkins, 244. Callum Holden, 181. Nixon Obiajwa, 144. Ikechua Ofuma, 69. Chiwetalu Atuba, 49. Nikolai Skitaru, 112. Sean Stafford, 56. And reopen nominations, 35. As no candidate reached the threshold of 462, Petros Kaladin was excluded from the election at this stage, and their second preference votes were redistributed to the remaining candidates. After redistribution, 11 votes could not be redistributed, and therefore the threshold was lowered to 456.5. In the second round, each candidate received the following first preference votes. Reese Hawkins, 248. Callum Holden, 182. Nixon Obiajwa, 149. Ikechua Ofuma, 71. Chiwetalu Atuba, 52. Nikolai Skitaru, 117. Sean Stafford, 59. And reopen nominations, 35. As no candidate reached the threshold of 456.5, reopen nominations was excluded from the election at this stage, and their second preference votes were redistributed to the remaining candidates. After redistribution, 21 votes could not be redistributed, and therefore the threshold was lowered to 446. In the third round, each candidate received the following first preference votes. Reese Hawkins, 252. Callum Holden, 185. Nixon Obiajwa, 151. Ikechua Ofuma, 73. Chiwetalu Atuba, 53, that's right. Nikolai Skitaru, 118. And Sean Stafford, 60. As no candidate reached the threshold of 446, Chiwetalu Atuba was excluded from the elections at this stage, and their second preference votes were redistributed to the remaining candidates. After redistribution, 17 votes could not be redistributed, and therefore the threshold was lowered to 437.5. In the fourth round, each candidate received the following first preference votes. Reese Hawkins, 260. Callum Holden, 189. Nixon Obiashwa, 159. Ikechua Ofuma, 80. Nikolai Skitaru, 120. Sean Stafford, 67. As no candidate reached the threshold of 437.5, Sean Stafford was excluded from the elections at this stage, and their second preference votes were redistributed to the remaining candidates. After redistribution, 20 votes could not be redistributed, and therefore the threshold was lowered to 427.5. In the fifth round, each candidate received the following first preference votes. Rhys Hawkins, 273. Callum Holden, 202. Nixon Obiashwa, 166. Ikechua Ofuma, 86, sorry, my apologies. And Nicholas Skitaru, 128. As no candidate reached the threshold of 427.5, Ikechua Ofuma was excluded from the elections at this stage, and their second preference votes were redistributed to the remaining candidates. After redistribution, 27 votes could not be redistributed, and therefore their threshold was lowered to 414. In the sixth round, each candidate received the following first preference votes. Rhys Hawkins, 279. Callum Holden, 213. Nixon Obiashwa, 196. And Nikolai Skitaru, 140. As no candidate reached the threshold of 427.5, Nikolai Skitaru was excluded from the elections at this stage, and their second preference votes were redistributed to the remaining candidates. After redistribution, 27 votes could not be redistributed, and therefore the threshold was lowered to 391. In the seventh round, each candidate received the following first preference votes. Rhys Hawkins, 302. Callum Holden, 243. Nixon Obiashwa, 237. As no candidate reached the threshold of 391, Nixon Obiashwa was excluded from the elections at this stage, and their second preference votes were redistributed to the remaining candidates. After redistribution, 46 votes could not be redistributed, and therefore the threshold was lowered to 348.5. So, in the eighth round, each candidate received the following first preference votes. Rhys Hawkins, 371. Therefore, as Rhys Hawkins passed the threshold of 348.5, they are duly elected to serve as the Vice President of the Community of Bedfordshire for the academic year 2019-2020. Congratulations, Rhys.
Well, first of all, before I go on, I'd love to thank my campaign team. I had between 12 to 15 people in the whole week, at least 7 of them every single day during it was going on, and I couldn't have done it without them. Second of all the students that believe in me. I've been here 4 years now, and I've met so many people across of it. Third of all, I can only just say to you now, I'm going to do my best in the role, and I'm going to give every student the equal opportunity to succeed in their university time. So thank you very much.
And you thought you were rid of me. So, we will now be showing the video for Vice President, Union Development.
Vice President,
particularly in minority communities across campuses. I also intend to create a tie-in bond between the local communities and the university campuses, as well as further support international students in the legal process, as well as their visa processes here at the University of Michigan.
Hi, I'm Christian. As Board Vice President, is to tailor student union for anyone. I'd also like to create a new society for me to join the intensive experience at university. The last thing I'd like to do is to work with the rest of the team in order to reduce the cost to students. This will be through things such as travel and accommodation. So don't forget to tune in on Board Week.
Born in my country, I was secondly, then I realized how humanity knows about going to work. I developed resilience, educational skills, leadership, and self-and For this very reason, I stand for this perfectly. We should have been the best work to the last
students at this university, utilising the evenings that lecturers have, the university service and the student unions to help boost the graduates' employability and create opportunities for those in need as well. I also aim to help boost the profile of mental health at this university. I've had my struggles with mental health as have members of my family and other students around me. The university has a programme that needs to be developed more further. Thank you. Change all issues with the public capacity approach. Instead of complicated scheme, I will bring together students from all backgrounds, race and gender, work and harness their potential skills, and create a career enhancing opportunity for all students. I will make sure that our societies and sport clubs get enough funding to support them and help them achieve all their goals. If you see me around, feel free to ask your questions during this evening. Vote now as a group people on board. Activities in society's seniors to fit all students' needs. I want to reach out to my students and be representative for them, allowing students to have more say on what's happening at our university. I would like to introduce more casual recreational sport activities which community develop from their studies and active sport teams. With your student community, both in healthy things.
So, on behalf of the returning officer, I shall now declare the results of the election of Vice President Union Development of BEDSSU for the academic year 2019-2020. In this election, there were 7 candidates. Amanda Demande, Farshan Ismail, Matt McKinley, Jack North, Matthew Phillips, Christian Shanks, and reopen nominations. There is 1 position available and a total of 948 ballots were cast, of which 947 were valid. The successful candidate needed to pass the threshold of 473.5 votes to be duly elected. In the first round, each candidate received the following first preference votes. Amanda Demande, 277. Farshan Ismail, 61. Matt McKinley, 214. Jack North, 109. Matthew Phillips, 194. Christian Shanks, 69. Reopen nominations, 23. As no candidate reached the threshold of 473.5, reopen nominations was excluded from the elections at this stage, and their second preference votes were redistributed to the remaining candidates. After redistribution, 14 votes could not be redistributed, and therefore the threshold was lowered to 466.5. In the second round, each candidate received the following first preference votes. Amanda Demande, 279. 221. Matt McKinley, 215. Jack North, 110. Matthew Phillips, 195. And Christian Shanks, 73. As no candidate reached the threshold of 466.5, Farshan Ismail was excluded from the elections at this stage, and their second preference votes were redistributed for the remaining candidates. After redistribution, 15 votes could not be redistributed, and therefore the threshold was lowered to 459. In the third round, each candidate received the following first preference votes. Amanda Demande, 295. Matt McKinley, 226. Jack North, 113. Matthew Phillips, 204. And Christian Shanks, 80. As no candidate reached the threshold of 459, Christian Shanks and Jack North were excluded from the elections at this stage, and their second preference votes were redistributed to the remaining candidates. After redistribution, 87 votes could not be redistributed, and therefore the threshold was lowered to 415.5. In the fourth round, each candidate received the following first preference votes. Amanda Demande, 331. Matt McKinley, 258. And Matthew Phillips, 242. As no candidate reached the threshold of 115.5, Matthew Phillips was excluded from the election at this stage, and their second preference votes were redistributed to the remaining candidates. After redistribution, 134 votes could not be redistributed, and therefore the threshold was lowered to 348.5. In the fifth round, each candidate received the following first preference votes. Amanda Demande, 401. Matt McKinley, 296. Therefore, as Amanda Demande passed the threshold of 348.5, they are duly elected to serve as Vice President, Human Development, Opens Issue for the academic year 2019-2020. Congratulations, Amanda.
Thank you everybody for coming. I'm so happy. Thank you everyone who voted for me. I would like to say, first of all, thank you to all my friends who have been behind me, supporting me, dealing with me. Thank you to everyone who helped me with my campaign, Jamal especially. So much. And thank you so much to my parents. Something like this. So, thank you everyone. Thank you so much. Guys, thank you!
Should we take a break now, yeah? Let's go on to the president category. And here's the video.
Businesses chicken and your destination for exciting competition to improve your student experience. You confidence and social experience in the university, so don't forget to get in the elections because your vote is your voice, and Justin is your number one choice. Thank you. Hey guys, Wednesday afternoon is pretty afternoon. However, there is some struggling issues affecting the entire university. With public time, so those
support for your personal development. As your first hour of the year and the university to make sure all these issues are recognized. Just remember, go blue the number one and start building a better university experience for everyone. Because if I win, you win.
Together with you and all the students in this university, we want this experience in children. I want to welcome everybody and love this university even greater. So I'm happy for university, let's make it even better. Thank you.
On behalf of the returning officer, I shall now declare the results for the election of President of Bed Student Union for the academic year 2019-2020. In this election, there were 5 candidates: Justin Nwajigu, Kizza Mashumba, Mohammed Kamara, VJ Dullah, Liam Bloomfield, and real nominations. There is 1 position available, and a total of 1,304 ballots were cast, of which 1,302 were valid. The successful candidate needed to pass the threshold of 651 votes to be duly elected. In the first round, each candidate received the following first preference votes: Justin Nwajigu, 348. Kizza Mashumba, 49. Mohammed Kamara, 74. VJ Dullah, 125. Liam Bloomfield, 679.
Not only for all the candidates, but all of you here today in support. Thank you. Okay, so firstly, I want to thank my campaign team because they're amazing. Luton and Bedford, you're all amazing. I want to thank Clarky for coming and travelling up from Reading today, and being my graphics designer for all those lovely leaflets. Yeah, I want to thank my family, but most importantly, I want to thank Kieran. Now, a lot of you might be thinking, right, we're going to thank Kieran. So, Kieran is the reason why I ran for Vice President of Sport. Kieran is now the reason that I ran for President. So, Kieran, thank you for everything. You're my role model. You're my role model. I appreciate you. But most importantly, thank you, all the students and everyone that believed in me and supported me. Let's run this SU, baby! Let's run this SU, baby!
First of all, congratulations Amanda, Daisy, Reese and Liam. Can we just get your photo of the new exec team for the year 2019-2020? I'll give it a round of applause for them. massive thank you to every single candidate that ran in this election. We couldn't have done it without all of you, all the voters, everyone, but also to the BEDS staff that made it happen. But yeah, we love you all. A last little plug, you can stay here, get as drunk as you want. And don't forget Varsity in 3 weeks' time where we're going to beat Northampton, so let's go! Thank you all. I'm Kieran Nixon, your BEDS President. He's Jamie Nelson, Vice President Equality, and this will be us. See you in a bit. Good luck.